guys, welcome back to Hello Podcast. And I just want to thank you guys so much for listening and watching. You guys are amazing. I love you all. So I'm here with Tony Hanson, my right-hand man. We have so much to talk to you guys about today.
Yep. So you were talking about all the stuff that's coming up, and I didn't even know about this, but so obviously we're doing music together, the podcast here. But you have a makeup line, which
I'm so excited.
I didn't know you were doing that. So
I've been hinting, but it took me a long time because of COVID.
Yeah.
But I've been saying it to a lot of people on Instagram for a long time, and they're like, "Where is it? Where is it?" But it's finally en route to my house.
So how do you start that? So are you contacting the people who are actually on the ground level, like creating it? Because obviously you're not like a subsidiary of another brand. This is all you.
No, I don't want any other brands involved. I just want it to just be me.
So where's it being made? Is it in America that it's being made somewhere?
The fabric and the quality is so different now. And they make it in China. They do, and Turkey. And things are so different now. And I'm okay with that. China is awesome. And they get right back to me. So I had Angelina, and that sold out immediately. And then that woman that was my manufacturer, she just went missing. So that's kind of what happens sometimes.
Wait, she went missing?
Well, meaning she didn't respond. Sometimes that happens. With doing work with other people overseas.
Right.
So that's a little bit of a problem. So you got to really make sure that the people that are working with you and sending you, and it's hard because it's all over video chat. It's you really don't know, but then they send you samples. So I've been sampling things for 2 years. I want to make sure everything's perfection before I put it out to the public.
So now how extensive is the whole line that you're doing? So what's in it?
Everything. So it's going to be matte lip gloss, matte lipstick, lip liner. I did a whole palette for glam for my wedding. It's going to be a wedding glam eyeshadow kit.
Yeah.
Bronzer, eyeliner, which I love, and lashes. But I changed the name.
What's the name now? Or do you want to reveal it?
Misunderstood Beauties.
Nice.
And I already LLC'd that, so don't even try it, guys.
That's cool. So
Misunderstood Beauties is my name. Look, I had Misunderstood on my wrist since I was 18 years old.
It's cool.
Actually, no, 21, my bad.
It's cool you're doing this because when we first started doing the music again, I said to you, I go, we should concentrate on what
things
you want to do. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you said well, I love makeup, but I didn't know that you actually were working on your whole line, which is...
I've been doing it behind the scenes. I haven't told anybody yet.
I think it's awesome because
moving in silence.
Yeah. You should be doing something that you love.
I have learned being on the show and just being me and just dealing with everything, just doing it in silence is going to be the best thing for me.
And even more importantly, just be you and do what you love. And if people don't like you, that's okay. They don't have to watch.
So many people when's your makeup line coming out? They're waiting. They've been waiting, and I've made them wait too long. So I'm excited. It's en route to my house.
So you don't have to go into the nitty gritty, but have you talked about distribution with anybody?
You mean partnership?
Yeah, getting it out there. So
I want to do a brick and mortar, but I want to do online too.
Right, of course.
Yeah, but Angelina, instead of having 5 different lashes, different styles, now I have 25.
Yeah, you can also talk with other brands about them displaying in their stores.
I would love that. I would love to be in Sephora. I would love to be in Ulta. That's my main goal. So we're gonna try to do that.
Okay, awesome. That's exciting.
I'm excited as.
It's good. I think it's wonderful.
I forgot a bronzer stick.
Oh, okay.
Because I like to contour and stuff. What that is, because
your makeup skills are good. So on the show, in one of the last episodes, obviously you go through a lot of the stuff I see with you had acne problems, the stress, and everything. And the girls, they said it on the show in one of the episodes, they were saying how good you are with your makeup, and they couldn't even tell.
Yeah.
And I saw that here because when we were setting up for the podcast a couple of times, we were on the lighting and we were watching on the.
And I was kind of plasma was coming out, right?
Yeah. Well, we would just whatever we see wrong. Yes. I just usually it's hard for a person, especially the talent, to kind of pick it up. You're like, oh no, I got it, and literally you took care of it within 30 seconds.
On my own, unless I have a makeup artist, for the reunion or whatever, we do have that, but.
Right.
And I love that because I could just sit back, relax.
Right. You don't
think most of the time I'm doing my own makeup. A lot of people think that we have makeup artists on the show. We don't. We really don't. That's why a lot of people you don't look like that on TV. I don't have time to do my makeup. And also, it's hard. It's hard to do your own makeup. It is, but I'm starting to perfect it. So I'm good.
Well, it sounds like you're doing it every day, so you're probably amazing at it now.
Yeah, I've been learning.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start like putting it on TikTok. This is like my passion. So
I think it's great for you. It's awesome. That's really good.
Misunderstood beauties.
Yeah.
Because I want everybody that's misunderstood to understand their beauties.
Yeah.
And they're awesome. And you know what? I felt for my whole life, still now, misunderstood. So I want them to know I'm here for you. I'm also going to be donating some too. It's a huge event.
Yeah, we could do something with the podcast too. Go live and give them out.
Yeah, I'm gonna donate a lot, and I'm gonna send it to like a lot of influencers. And I just want people to love it as much as I do, because it's been 2 years or 3 years of me perfecting it.
That's awesome.
I need to do a photo shoot about it. Yeah. Well,
we have everything here. We could do everything.
We're gonna do it here.
Yeah, easy.
Once it comes in, which is not gonna be long.
Yeah. How long are you ready to get to the next stage of that?
3 weeks.
Really? Is that fast? I'm surprised you didn't even mention it, because you never mentioned it.
Oh, I've been working on it.
Literally, you sat down at this table and you brought it up, and I was just shocked.
Do you know why I don't sleep? Because of that.
Because you're excited about it?
Because they're up at night, and then we're sleeping. So I'm up with them. But it's hard as because like they're like showing me like, do you want that color, this color? I'm like, no. But it's hard to do it online. So I've been telling them to send me samples. So that actually kind of like prolonged it, because they have to send it to my house. So like sending samples is going to take weeks, right?
Right.
And then like that takes extra weeks. So like now I get the samples. Say I don't like a couple other things because I feel like it's not what I like. I'm not going to put it out there.
Right.
I need to really love what I'm going to put out there for people, because I want them to be happy.
I would imagine you want it to be something that you're going to use on a daily basis for yourself.
Yeah.
So that you can be
and so everybody else does.
Yeah. So that's the rule, right?
And eyeliner too. I forgot about that.
Eyeliner.
Black is black.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know the shit, but.
No, I don't know anything about that, but.
I'm going to send a whole care package to your wife.
She'll appreciate that for sure.
You do that? Like I could do a wing liner on her, like.
Yeah, sure.
See, back in the day, people like plastic surgery. Yes, have I gotten shit done? But like people don't realize like I perfected makeup. That's a big plus and an additive to like why I look so different.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, I've gotten plastic surgery. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of people are these days.
Do it again.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I think there's a fine line. You got to figure out what you're going to do to yourself, but some people go way too far, and it's you can't come back.
Sometimes I feel like when I'm looking at myself on TV, I'm like, maybe because when you do too many fillers and stuff, like as you get older, it's like it weighs your face down.
Right. So someone was telling me about explaining it to me. Yeah. So the Botox obviously is temporary for a few months, and that goes away.
3 months.
3 months.
Like
and then fillers, though, they'll stay unless you have them taken out.
Yeah, like hyaluronic acid, something like that. But what it does over long periods of time, like longevity, is it droops your face.
Is it that like you see the person aging, and therefore where the filler isn't, that it'll droop down, and then that filler spot will stay?
People have facelifts.
Yeah, that's what I've seen, and I feel like
I see it on me here.
I imagine you have to find the perfect amount, because you know what? It's like
there's no perfect amount.
You know, like there's stars like both male and female that are like you get older, and it's okay to get older. Like there's beauty in that.
I don't do facelifts because it's permanent.
Right. I just feel like you have to acknowledge your age. And if you did like a little bit of an improvement here and there, that's fine. But like if somebody is 80 years old and they look artificially 50, then it's like, in a way, you've taken away the beauty of who you were going to become.
Like aging, yeah.
Yeah, like it's okay, age.
But I know 35-year-olds that have done like a half facelift. Like you're talking about like here down.
Oh, okay.
And that's kind of what I want. So like they do like the staples here.
So the nose down, you're saying?
Yeah.
Is it just because
it's because of the chin?
So that way it doesn't droop? Is that the whole point?
When I watch the reunion, it's a different camera from Jersey Shore Family Vacation. And I'm like, cringe. Like, I'm like, don't pan to me again. Like, no. Like, but then like when I was wearing that blue outfit where I look like Fiona, like with the jewel, I loved my skin there because it was good. I was like not letting things bother me. But then like there's sometimes where it just looks like I have jowls and shit. And like, I'm like, oh, hell no. Like, I kind of am at the age for doing that. I would say, listen, if you want to do that, as long as you're not hurting other people and yourself, do it.
Yeah.
I'm the first person that will say what I've gotten done.
Does it grow? Are you worried about getting older and like obviously your looks changing? Is that something that's always in your mind? Yeah.
You know, I think it crosses a lot of women's mind because I feel like we age differently, like faster than men. Tell me it's not true.
I feel like it depends on a person. Some people are young and look old, and I feel like everyone's aging at a different pace.
I just feel like women like just get the bad brunt of everything. Let's get into spirituality. Because I just want to I want to segue into that. Sure. Last time I put this app on, a lot of people were like, take it off. But like, are you going to be scared?
No, I'm not scared.
You're not scared of shit.
No, I'm not scared of that. No.
Can you tell me a little bit about like what you love about it?
I don't really, so this app that you're going to pull up, I don't really.
It's what all the ghost hunters use. I want you to come to Connecticut with me and hold the Annabelle doll.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that stuff.
Do you know they invited me?
Yeah, I saw her. You told me. Yeah. Yeah, that's fun. I love it.
What if she like bites you or something?
Well, that's not good.
I would never want that.
Well, I don't want to be bit by whatever that is.
No, they don't bite. I'm f***ing around. But the guy has to like make sure like you have gloves with like holy water. And like there's this whole spiritual thing. And then like they holy water you. They like do the sign of the cross. Like they pray for you. And like then you go in.
Okay, maybe I signed up for something prematurely without knowing what it is. So I'm into that kind of stuff, but I don't know what you're telling me. So
the Annabelle doll's there.
So what happens?
The original one, right?
Okay. So what happens? They put holy water on you. They pray for you, and then what?
And then she talks to you through this app. Oh. She's like, "Die, bitch." I'm like, "Oh hell no!" But they invited me there.
Do you go into a place like a room alone?
It's a museum.
Okay. Okay, so you're with other people and you just...
no, you're by yourself.
Can you go in with a buddy?
They have a freaking priest standing outside when like one guy like fainted on the floor. This guy Elton, he was like, and his partner, he like was like, they're taking my energy. They actually like suck the energy out of you, which I find very crazy, fascinating kind of. And well, not fascinating, but like crazy. And you have to go outside and he sprinkles holy water on you. He's like, listen, they're just trying to scare you. They're trying to get in your head.
Doesn't it feel like, though, you're kind of just like putting your energy at risk?
I don't care. I want to see Annabelle.
Okay.
What about the fire doll?
I never heard of that.
Do you know that?
No.
That story?
No.
The fire doll was in the house and it put the whole house on fire.
Is this related to the other doll? Why are they both dolls?
Everything's a doll. A spirit will connect themselves to a doll.
Like a voodoo.
Yeah. No, not even a voodoo. Like they will connect their spirit to a doll and then they will, like Annabelle has gotten out of her glass case before.
What? No.
Yes.
The doll got out of the case?
They found her in a rocking chair. I'm like, oh, hell no.
Probably the janitor.
No.
Janitor moved it.
Oh, let me just put this on really quick. All right, so what do you think about like ghosts? What do you think about aliens and ghosts?
So when I sleep, I always see kinds of things. So I definitely believe in ghosts in some kind of form. I don't think we understand what it is, but I do believe that it's a real phenomenon.
Like what kind of ghosts?
I've seen everything, all sorts of things.
What about like skin shapers?
Yeah, I've recently heard about that.
What is that?
So there's a whole thing, there's that show that's on called Skinwalker Ranch. And Skinwalkers.
That's what it is.
And I don't know much about this, but I feel like the limited things that I do know is that they try to imitate people and there's something else, they're either alien or whatever, and they're not nice.
Did you see the freaking videos I sent you of the demonic shit in my bed?
Yes.
Come on, Tony.
It's creepy. Have you ever released that?
Did you see how the tree turned? It was like...
Yes. Yeah. The bed thing was the weirdest thing.
There were two demonic entities on top of it.
Yeah, I don't know. See, I don't know what that is, but...
No, it was staring, the beady eyes were staring in the camera. Hello, friends. Here we go.
Hello, friend.
I'm not screwing around. Like the ghost hunters are the biggest ones out in like every city. Like the actual show, like everybody, Elton, everybody's got
the app they use?
This is the app they use.
Do you know how the app works?
So the app works with the spirit speaking to it, like, and calibrating, and it's like paranormal research device. See how it's like going up and down like the line?
Yeah.
So it's calibrating. It's looking for a spirit amongst us, and It has said my aunt's father's last name.
Really? Okay.
It has said some crazy shit, like things that I've never seen before. Like that I actually are things in my house. Angelina the cat. Like, I'm like, what? Like,
I guess because it's for me, it's like, it's a little sus for me because it's an app on your phone.
But everybody, they private. What did we just talk about?
I don't know.
Being private.
Oh, keep it hush? Keeping things quiet that you're working on?
Are you guys talking about like keeping things on the low because like people want to like, I don't know, what's that word? Like take things away from you and like give you the evil eye and stuff.
So we could talk about that also. We talked about it on the other episode with Jojo Pellegrino. Is I firmly believe that you have your, we'll call it like your aura, you know, your positivity, your negativity, everything you are, everything you believe. And if you have people around you that are not rooting for you, or maybe they think they're rooting for you, and they're really not, they're kind of competitive, or they just don't, they're just against you, that's going to suck away your energy. It's almost going to change your fate in a way. That's what it feels like. And I kind of feel like that's tied into like what we kind of think about with karma. But if you are positive and people are positive around you and they only want to like energize you to give you more energy, and on top of that, if you're a kind of person where you just want to give positive energy, I think because you're creating it, you're giving it, and those people are around you, it's kicking back to you.
I wish I was you.
I think that's what karma is.
How did you get so, you got to be like emotional speaker, like.
I do a lot of. I
think you should do that.
I do a lot of reading. I have a friend named Brooke Armstrong who turned me on to a lot of things with spirituality.
So like,
and it's very interesting. It's hard to get. I think it's hard to get into because you take the understandings that you grew up with, right? And you listen to this stuff, and there'll be aspects of it that are like seemingly unbelievable or ridiculous or whatever. And then
you're like, I don't believe it.
Like I guess the way I would say, just for a quick example, is when you're a kid and someone says, "Oh, I saw 333 and 444, so that means that someone's looking after me," or whatever,
or 111.
And then I grew up and I think this like that is the biggest load of shit I've ever heard in my life. Like, what are you talking about?
Skeptic.
And then when I went down the road of spirituality, and then all of a sudden I talk about synchronicity, it came back. And
What's that?
And I was like, oh my God.
What is that?
So it's,
you got to teach me these things.
It goes really deep, and this conversation can go on forever. But
you could shorten it if you can.
I can try. Basically, the surface level will be.
Yeah, like I could try.
If I go right to that, would be that if you see synchronicity, it's realities around you, everything, because you are everything, and everything is you, right?
Energy.
Yeah, but think about what I just said. You are everything, and everything is you. Your entire experience, why it's hard to believe, is you.
Okay.
And everything that you create is actually you creating it, and then you're seeing the reflection back. And the big thing out of that, the big takeaway is that if you feel like life around you is chaotic, for example.
I always do.
It's not that life is chaotic and then you react and then you're chaotic and you say, well, if this wasn't happening and that wasn't happening, then I would be fine. That's not how it works. Wow. But meanwhile, it seems that way. It totally seems that way, right?
Obviously, to me,
but it's
especially.
Not, yes. So
you've had to talk me off the ledge a million times.
So,
not the ledge, but you know what I'm saying.
And this is why this is hard. This was hard for me to get through, and I crossed that barrier, and then all of a sudden you start seeing that, well, no matter what I believed before, when I believe this and go down this road, it gets more true and more true. So then you're kind of stuck on the positive side, saying, well, I know that this is kind of working. So if you start to believe or try to believe, just do your best to get going, to get there, that everything is coming from you, you realize that you're creating all that mess.
Yeah.
And you can do things to try to get yourself out of a rut. So
How?
So let's say that your life is terrible. There are things in your life that are going on and you're just not happy. Instead of blaming on the outside.
But you know I'm not.
Yeah. Instead of blaming everything on the outside, you have to do something to change how you are in here. And if you change on what's going on the inside, the outside will reflect it. And it happens fast, really fast. I got chills for saying that.
Really?
It happens really fast.
Wow.
And so like you could start with ways to kind of like you want to rev the engine. How are you going to get yourself into that mode, right? And it's hard. Especially
what about like, we were just talking to that guy outside, like to work out. Like you're saying stuff like that.
That's good, yes, and that's great.
Am I getting like what you're, okay.
Yeah, and even better, but you could take simpler things. Like you go home and say your room or your house is messy. You can start by cleaning your room. Yes. And if you have a whole bunch of stuff, like on your phone, all these messages you haven't attended to, start getting to it, you know? But don't try to like tackle the whole thing at once. Do things, follow your greatest passion, follow your happiness, and do things that are making you happy and making you feel better. Because if you think about what I'm saying, the part of you that is feeling better and getting happier is literally the very reason you're doing this stuff. So don't do a task but if I finish this, then I can be happy. That makes no sense. If you did a little bit and like this was good for today, good, that made me happy. Because if we can generate the happiness up, all of this other stuff will start changing. And eventually you'll get to a point where your frequency will be a frequency that these people or these things or whatever they are can't exist around you or need to move away from you. And that sounds insane. It sounds kind of crazy. But if you do that and you actually raise your frequency in your thought, which is really your belief, that stuff fades away.
About me saying, how dare anybody ever say, I'm a loser? Do you understand?
So you saying how dare?
No, not how dare. Okay, somebody said I was a loser, right? And I'll believe it.
Right.
Because I lost kind of respect for myself.
Well, right, and if that's part of your truth, then that lives here, right?
It lives here.
If I say something to you like you're ugly, I hate you, you are a loser,
I'll believe you.
So if you do that, then that's living with you, and that's what you want to get rid of. So that's why you want to start things to like get yourself going. The cleaning and organizing.
I'm about to cry.
The cleaning, the organizing stuff is a good way to like get a jump start on it, right? And start being positive. When you actually switch the gear to being positive, all this other stuff will change, but it never changes until you start. And it's hard because, again, you think that this external thing is making you feel that way. It's not. It's you. Start with you, and this all changes.
I don't know what happened to me. I really don't.
I think you got, from what you tell me all the time, what we talked about over the years. I think
lost myself.
Yeah, exactly. I think you made compromises. But you made compromises to accomplish what you wanted to accomplish, and you did accomplish it. And now you've gotten to a place that years ago you would have been going... you would have not believing that you would get to. And now that you're there, and while you're here and you have, to a certain degree, some of the things that you wanted to get to, now you can turn around and you say, well, look what I had to go through, and now I want to get rid of the bad stuff. So I think that you're in a good spot because, you know, it's like when we do singing training. Think about this. What happens when you train somebody to sing is, in the beginning, they don't know if they're bad or good. They just take what you say, like, okay, I'll work on this. And then all of a sudden they start trying to get it. They can't get it. And they go, oh, that's off. Oh, I'm terrible. That's off. That's what you're doing right now.
What was I doing last night?
Right. And that's what you're doing right now.
Stop. I'm like, I'm not used to stopping.
Yeah.
And talk shit about myself.
And think about it. You're doing that right now in your life, looking at your life, right? And you're saying like, oh, well, that's bad. That's bad. So that's the first step, because now you're being aware of the things that are bad. Before, you were just in it, almost with your eyes closed, and experiencing it. Now you're in it and you're going, that's bad, that's bad, that's good, that's bad. So the next step is what? Start eliminating the bad stuff.
It's going to be hard.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, no one's saying it's going to be easy.
I think every person has a very different life, and they all got to figure out what's right for them. And these kind of tools can just be great to just start and say like, well, what can I start with? I have no idea how to do anything in my life that's going to be helpful to where I want to be. I can start with cleaning my room, cleaning my car. You know, this is a mess, clean this up. And when you get organized, the other part of it, if you're familiar with The Secret, you ever hear about The Secret? You
know, I bought so many of the books and I never read it 100%.
The secret is this. So let's say you wanted a pool and you can't afford it. You want to get a pool for your outside, right? And you can't do it.
Okay.
So what can you do? Can you start digging the hole? Because literally, maybe
it'll take your years.
So if you could start digging a hole, start digging a hole.
Yeah.
If you can go to the store and pick out the pool that you wanted, do that. People might not do that, but no, do that. Literally do every step you can make in every direction because it's your passion and your highest goal, right? And if you go all the way, truly, and do everything, the universe will hand you the last parts that you can't do, whether it's money or whether it's, you know, like, oh, you're missing this person to help you.
See, I never asked for money. Like, that's one thing I was like never about. But I did say something about a pink feather once. And I was like, I'm going to see a pink feather today. All of a sudden I found it. I was like, what the f***? And it was a pink feather. Where do you find that? Like with like the dream catcher.
The boa?
Like, no, it hangs from your whatever, the, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, I just manifested that. I manifest a lot, but I don't see my...
I think everyone does.
I think I lost I feel like I don't deserve love. Is that sad?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Because look at what I've been through. Like, I'm not trying to say I'm a victim, but I've been through so much shit.
I don't think, talking generally.
This is sad.
Talking completely generally and about friendships and love and everything else like that. For one, everyone deserves love, of course. But also, if you constantly were bouncing around between friendships, relationships, everything together, if you were bouncing around and not looking for true friendship and just taking who's in close proximity, don't expect the highest caliber of friendship because you're just hoping that the person next to you is great for you.
Yeah, I've hoped so many people were not going to be who they were.
And I just think that a lot of people in life are not right for other people. They're different vibes and different whatever. And you got to...
It's almost like with fame, it's amazing to catch-22. Like, you can make the greatest money. Like, you could have so many opportunities. And I'm so blessed. I'm not going to say I'm not blessed. But for me, I'm still not accepted by even my own family.
Yeah.
Not my mother. Not my mother. But other people.
I feel like with, looking for acceptance, that's been the theme of you, whether it's we're talking about being on the show.
I just wanted to be accepted by people that I work with.
I think that could come perhaps easier if you start working on yourself about you accepting who you are. Because if you're thinking about it, you want them to accept you, but you also just said that you don't deserve love, and someone says you're a loser and you believe it. So you haven't even started to accept yourself. You could just take a chance and try what I'm saying. Instead of trying to get them to accept you, you accept who you are, start with you, and then maybe that'll exude outward. And that seems to me, and I can't speak for anything else, I can't tell you the truth, and I'm not a person qualified to say anything, but I could just say that for me, it's absolutely working.
Like, when I go out, a lot of people say, we love you. And I'm like, wow, thank you. Like, I hug them. We
saw a girl today that said that.
Yeah, like, I love that. But then, I see a lot of people that are like, I don't like you.
And that's okay. It's mean if they say it to you, but no one has to like you.
We're supposed to be like the show The Friends or Friends. That guy, Matthew.
Yeah.
He said that they asked him if anybody in the cast has called him. And he said no.
It seemed like everything got cold with them, friendship-wise, and that he was...
What happened?
What happened?
Look what happened.
Yeah. It's just unfortunate.
Robin Williams,
Robin Williams, a person you thought would never be suffering from that. But meanwhile...
You know what he said? He said, I always wanted to make everybody laugh, but I couldn't make myself laugh. Mm. Can you believe that? He was Mrs. Doubtfire, my favorite movie of all time.
It's sad. And if you were around him, imagine that would be the most exciting thing.
I would love to have met him.
Yeah.
When I found out I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that was a rough one. That was hard.
Yeah. He's had every Jumanji, but Mrs. Doubtfire.
It's amazing.
Can you believe that's my favorite movie?
Is it?
The parents are divorced.
Oh, that's a fun movie.
He went so far to be with his kids.
Right.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Why I'm so loving of that movie?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yes, they're divorced, but it's also a guy who
became a woman, made himself a woman to see his own kids.
Right.
That's a father.
Yeah.
I've been praying a lot.
Yeah.
Have you been praying a lot?
I pray. I kind of think the spirituality stuff and prayer and manifesting is all the same thing.
Yeah. I have to watch The Secret. Did you ever watch the show, the movie?
I did watch it so long ago, but that's what I told you.
I didn't like it too much. It was going everywhere.
It's basically what I just told you. I'm sure there's more, but that's a big part of it. So
maybe I should read the book of it.
Yeah. So spending time and that kind of stuff will start changing the way you think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you do this DD, you know what I mean? Marlon Wayans, come on, answer me.
Oh, Dungeon D&D.
I got to do it with you.
You got to come on the show.
When? Let me see if you checked I didn't check it. Imagine you answer me.
I doubt he didn't check it.
Let's talk about positivity shit. I love the fact that he's into that.
So I do a Dungeons and Dragons show for those.
I just totally changed the subject. Sorry.
Yeah. So on the show, basically what it is one person runs it. Imagine it's like a movie. But one person is the person who's creating the movie. They play the bad guys, the good guys, and everyone in between. And everyone else around the table is playing the game that person creates, and they play their own characters in the movie.
Can I win?
You can win. You can live. You can die. You can make a silly decision.
Don't make me die, Tony.
Well, I don't do anything. But if the person running it, their job is to try to be unbiased, as much as possible, and just kind of run a neutral game. Have fun, but let people either try to do a goal together or whatever. But it makes you socially aware of things.
Okay.
Because you're spending time in a role. And today you're playing, like someone who's very, very powerful and tough. Now you're playing somebody who's a different kind of person, maybe is more shy. Okay. And you get to explore these different things. And spending a lot of time playing that game really opens you up.
What's that other thing that they say? It's like where they put on all like the armor and they like beat each other up. What the fuck is that?
LARPing.
Can we do that?
Sure.
Do you like that shit?
I've never done LARPing. But a lot of people love doing
Who came up with that name, LARPing?
Live action role playing.
Do they do it here?
We don't do it here, no.
Jersey?
I'm sure there are groups.
I can't picture you LARPing.
No, I don't do that.
Would you ever do it?
I don't do it. For fun, yeah, I'll try it out once, but I've never done it.
Do you actually like hit each other with like, it's a fake?
So, I don't know how much people care about knowing this information, but so what LARPing is.
LARPing is huge.
So there's two different kinds from what I know. There's one where you play Dungeons and Dragons, you play the story.
Yeah, that's why I was wrapping it into it.
Right, so you would play the story, say for a couple hours, and then maybe next weekend you go out and you reenact the same story wherever you go.
Like Minecraft.
No.
It's not Minecraft?
No.
Damn it! I'm off.
Do you know what Minecraft is?
I don't know. It looks like the hand that you wear at the Knicks game. What the fuck am I saying?
Minecraft is a game you play where it's all pixelated and you can go through and you have fun, like literally mining the world around you. You could build a house, you build a home.
No, I'm good. Let's just go LARPing.
Well, yes, these are two different topics that we're.
Where do we get our gear?
I don't know. Maybe start with Dungeons and Dragons. Playing a session here on a table.
All right, we're gonna do this.
Start there, and then if you want to LARP, I'm sure we'll get everybody to LARP with you.
I want to be a nerd. I am a nerd.
Sure.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Nobody would know that.
I find that a lot of people have nerds inside them, and they just don't realize it was there.
Oh, I have a nerd inside me.
Yeah, like Ryan, you met outside. We talked about outside. Ryan is he met Dungeons and Dragons, and he went crazy and loved it. And you realize that like this was a kid that just never was exposed to it, never seen it, and he was just doing other stuff.
All right, so he can come to the next one. It's every Wednesday, right?
Yeah, we play every Wednesday.
Okay. Do you invite like whoever?
No, we usually have a set team. So if you want,
Wayans, please come. What the hell? I love you.
So if you want, in like 2 Wednesdays from now, I can set up a whole thing for you. You can come down and we'll play.
We've been talking about this for months.
Yeah.
So not next Wednesday?
Not next Wednesday. Come on the next one.
Okay.
Because that's the first week where it's like a big week where I can do a whole new thing to do.
Like, where does Marlon Wayans live? Like, I'm about to like be like, ding, ding.
So you're mentioning Marlon Wayans. Just people who don't know what you're talking about.
He wants to do it, right? Like
Marlon Wayans told me that he wanted to come on the show. He would do it and he would play.
What's up, Tony? Just got your message. Yeah, I'll come by and play some Dungeons and Dragons with you. I used to play in high school, and that's what made me do the movie. And but if I play with you, I hope y'all don't kill me like they killed snails. All right. Yeah, I'll email you, or yeah, just hit me up, here, and I'll holler back.
And that was a while ago. It was right before COVID.
I don't care.
So you reached out to him recently, and you were like, "Hey, you're coming down here. We're going to play right here." Probably just didn't see her or didn't want to do it, or who knows.
What about the guy that was on White Chicks? The other guy, I met him.
Terry. I think Terry's played. Terry's played.
He was standing outside of the MTV Movie Awards waiting for his car. Awesome guy. He
seems very authentic. He seems like
Should
good
I hit
people.
him up too?
Yeah, of course.
Angelina, the one that slides in everybody's DMs. Why not now?
Get him to come down and play the same day you play. Mm-hmm. You'll have a blast.
I would love to do it with them.
I think you're going to play this and you're going to love it. I think you're going to do it. So.
I'll have our trainer, do it with us. Mm-hmm. I'm excited to do that too. Can you tell everybody what I'm doing with him?
So
me and you together?
Yes. So we here is Phoenix Studios. Right up front, we also have Phoenix Fitness, and we do personal one-on-ones. We do group training and such. And Ryan, who's the other owner with me, he's an excellent. Yeah, he's jacked. He's an excellent trainer, and he actually started working with me first here. And I saw how he was, obviously many years ago. And I saw how knowledgeable he was, and more importantly, how passionate he was. So I was like, if you want to try this, like we'll do this. And I turned one of the rehearsal rooms here into a gym. And he was like, I can't believe you're doing this. And I was like, well, I just feel like you're going to go. You're going to get it. So he did it.
So I'm going to blow him up.
Yeah. And he'll
let's do it.
Yeah.
I think he deserves it. He's a sweetheart. Look at him going and hanging out with you. You do that. What do you do with special needs children?
So
I want you to tell everybody about that.
Right. So we have,
which is so amazing.
So we have programs that are all about including special needs in with every single person. So like special needs. So socialization is a huge problem. And there's a lot of things that happen with special needs, autism and such, where they'll go to groups and they're only coexisting, with with kids with special needs, which is not really what we want, So New York created a program, and it's called Self-Direction. And we utilize that program here at Phoenix Studios and Phoenix Fitness. And the whole program is designed to get everyone together. Doesn't matter, what you have. If you have a problem with socialization, autism, on spectrum of any kind, whatever it is, the whole point, if you're nonverbal, the whole point is to get everyone together and be a community. So like today, there's a celebrity inside, Ghostface inside, JoJo's here, you're here. Is someone with special needs here? No, I mean like on
we got to do this.
Yeah.
Can I help out in that?
Yeah, we gotta see.
Can I be like? Can we say I'm going to be there and like I don't know if they're like really young or whatever.
It's all ages. It's people, all ages.
People say 3-year-olds watch the show, so who the f knows? I mean, I would love to be a part of that.
Yeah, for sure. We can talk and figure out something that would be fun for you to do. And
like I could make a whole flyer about it and like meet and greet. And, let's do it. And I'll do it for the kids.
Yeah, for sure.
I would love to do things with children and animals. That's my biggest thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love kids and animals.
Yeah. I think it's great because, we're bringing, back in the day, we're bringing people that would have been, not given the correct attention. And now like we're trying to create an inclusive community where it's, okay, you're on the spectrum, no problem. It's great. Yeah. It's fine. There's no reason why you can't be here with everyone else.
Let's go to I don't know, some Disney animated or whatever it is, like Pixar or whatever.
Yeah, well, it depends. If it's a kid, then it's all ages. So we'll figure out.
As long as their parents are okay with it, their parents could come.
We can figure out something that's fun.
Be so cute, right? Like whatever you guys want. Like you want Twizzlers. Like what do you want? Like popcorn.
Well, the girl we just saw is in one of the band classes here. And maybe you can come in and you can help sing one of the songs with her or something like that. We can train you in the song.
I would love that. Whatever. Listen, I really want to. I think it's my year is let's give back to everybody.
Do it. And that's what we were talking about before.
I want to do that.
You're creating the positive vibe.
It's becoming so big in me right now. I just woke up this morning. I'm like, I'm not helping. I want to help more.
I think you're done with the bad stuff.
Oh, I'm done.
Yeah.
So I want to do positivity only. Anybody puts any negativity in my face, I'm out. I'm walking away.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at right now. So everything's positive.
I think it's great.
I want to do the fitness thing with you, promote the shit out of him, promote all the, everything with the classes. My niece actually wants to do, and I'm going to talk to you about it. She wants to do singing lessons with you.
Yeah.
She's gorgeous. I want to she's amazing. And her voice is beautiful. So I said to go to you.
Yeah, of course.
So let's talk about that. But again, special needs children, that's my heart.
Yeah. All in all, it's everything here, and like you said, with your niece, the best thing is when you get someone who's passionate. With Ryan starting his business, that's what I love the most. And when we work together, that's what I love the most because you're a mountain of potential that you have all these things going on that you're just kind of trapped by all this stuff that you could just.
I got so much going on.
Push away.
I need somebody to help me with logistics of everything.
Yeah, and it's gonna clear up for you, and you're gonna love it. You're gonna.
Once I have that down pat, I'd be clear as a whistle. I'll see things clarity-wise, everything. And that's what I need right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're going to be the guy.
I'm excited for you. I'm genuinely excited for you.
And you're going to be the guy on the podcast lot too, by the way.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here to talk about whatever.
Let's talk about the music. Mm-hmm. What can you spill?
So
Come on, Tony, we don't want to spill the beans.
You keep trying to get me to show the song to people, but we're not going to show the song.
Just do a little snippet.
No.
Last night was sick.
Yeah. How you like the new versions of it?
Oh my God. Even though I was is it good? Is it good? It is sick.
My favorite thing about this song is that it's authentic. It's real.
It's all about my feelings.
Yes. And sometimes you're writing a song for a person, you want to capture them. Mm-hmm. And everything, the input you've given me, we've talked so much about everything, and I've been absorbing that to try to write that song. And
we stood outside last night till 5 o'clock in the morning talking about this shit.
Yeah. I mean, and the result is that song, because it just feels like you completely. So I'm like so happy where it is, and it's not about whether like it goes to being a hit or anything else.
Oh, it's going to be.
I want that song to just like be real and be you, and be like, if you want to know what Angelina was going through in her life, listen to the song, and then you will get as close as you can be. I
want to perform it everywhere. I want to DJ it. I want to do everything.
Yeah, that's the dream.
You go on the road with me?
Of course. I've as a kid, wanted to become a rock star. I've died to go on the road. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna do it. Like, since I have everything, like this is a blessing that I have the fame and like everything going my way. They're gonna film it, which I love. Thank you to the producers, 495 Productions. I love you guys so much. MTV, I love you guys. You guys have given me so much, and I'm so appreciative. Sometimes I don't sound like I am, but I really am. I love you guys so much. And they're going to showcase a lot of stuff I want, because I feel like it's my life.
And it's time for you to start doing what you love.
Exactly. So let's go into positivity after that.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go from there.
Yeah.
But again, back to the song, Tony. Last thing.
What do you want to know?
Come on.
We're not going to show people. I mean,
can we say like one little line? Can I say
No,
it?
I wouldn't say anything.
No, can I say it?
No, I wouldn't.
Why?
No.
You know what line I want to say, right?
No, but I like that you're stroking your hand going, why?
Please?
Why? No, we're not gonna, we shouldn't say anything.
Nobody's gonna like copy it.
It's not about that.
By the way, we're doing a music video too.
Sure.
And I know exactly what we're doing.
Okay.
I'm not saying it right now.
No, I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't say anything because, it's like, I want people to experience it when it's done and when it represents us fully.
Again, I'm going to say one more thing. People don't realize, and I'm not, again, no victim here. I'm not saying anything. It's like, she's acting like the victim. No, I'm pouring my heart out to you guys. I really, really, really am. Like, you guys don't know half of it. The last 3 years of my life has been hell. I wish this upon nobody, not even my enemies. And this song is going to be so amazing. It is not even, it's going to be. It is amazing. We're not finished yet, but we're doing it where it's going to be perfection. So we're almost there. But it's so emotional, and it's really what I've been through. So I just want you to no, it's not about somebody in particular. It's about everything.
It's literally like capturing
everything.
Like, you had so many things going on this year, and I think this kind of just like sits in a sweet spot. It just kind of says, this is me going through it. Take it for what it is.
Everyone's just looking at me on a TV show. There's so much more to me. And I want you guys to learn that. And there's so much more to me that you guys are going to learn. And I want you guys to be there, and I want to perform this, and I want to, I want to be there for you guys. I want you guys to be there for me, and, Tony as well. And I don't know. I just feel like reality TV is amazing, but it's not showing everything. There's only 45 minutes they could show in every episode. So just think about that. We film hours and hours, and they can't show everything. So it's not their fault. Yeah.
Yeah,
but this song's going to showcase a lot of my pain.
This podcast showcases who you are. Like, that's the whole point.
Yeah. A lot of people are like, well, she's being...
Yeah, I think if people see
I'm calming down.
People might not realize...
This is water.
People might not realize that, they're seeing you many times on TV. And for me knowing you, I don't see oh, that's just how she is. That is not how you are. But they're actually seeing you literally in
fight or flight.
Yeah, like straight up trauma mode.
Can we tell people about that? I don't think they know.
Just from everything that you've been feeling, and from the show, it is just that you're suffering literally on camera.
Yeah.
And I think that honestly, you don't know how to handle the situations. I think sometimes you're not equipped for it. Tony. And I think that sometimes you're frustrated, and I think you want to say so much, and because you're frustrated, anyone can say any normal thing to you, and you're going to come out and to lash out and be angry. But it's, you wish, I'm sure.
That's how she is. It's no, that's not how I am.
Yeah. I mean, you can't hit a reset button. Things are the way they are. That's why, I personally don't think that you can't concentrate on 1, 10, or 1 million people or all the fans watching the show. You can concentrate on yourself, and you can make yourself better and be happy with who you are. And then again, let that go out.
Just want them to know who I am, because they don't.
Right. But the more you flush out who you are, they'll see that. People will know you.
We've been talking about that for hours.
Yeah, that's it. Think about what we're asking. We're only asking you, do what you love and just be that person. And if someone is in your life, and whether they mean well or not, if they're not doing something that works with who you are, then they shouldn't be around you. And that's okay.
And it's hard for me to cut people out, because
it is hard, yeah.
I don't know how to do it.
I think it sucks all
around. You know
that?
It's like, it's hard for me to cut people out, and I know I have to cut them out.
Yeah.
But I'm so scared. Even last night, you were like, you're so scared. I'm like, I'm so scared to tell that person it's no longer working out.
Yeah, you're stuck in that situation. You're stuck.
And it's a lot of situations. Don't just think it's like, you know, one certain situation, because everyone's going to be like, it's about, no, it's a lot of situations with different people.
Yeah.
And I have to change that whole thing.
The anticipation of the separation is much worse than the aftermath. It's like, it's not easy. You're afraid of the moment, but then it comes, if you just do it, it's over, and you realize that I could have did this months ago.
And I am afraid of being alone.
Yes. You have friends, and you're putting yourself into things that you can do. You're going to work out.
I have very little friends now.
You'll build the friends that you want to have in your life. That's okay. Great place to start. There's only good things ahead of you, because you're aimed in that direction. But
again, I want people to know out there that I am struggling, and for everybody out there that they've been DMing me and saying, like, thank you so much. You've helped me not, kill myself, and thank you. You've given me strength, and I've been bullied, and it's not just bullied. It's just, I think this is going to showcase really who I am.
Yeah.
And I want to write a book, autobiography, and it's not going to have anything to do with Jersey Shore. It'll have maybe little bits and pieces about it.
Writing is therapeutic too, so writing is great.
I have been.
Yeah.
It's going to be about my life since I was a baby.
Everything you're excited to do I think is perfect for you. Think about what you're saying. I'm doing music. You're getting stuff out. You're paying attention to the things that are problems in your life. You're going to be writing about your own life. You're doing a lot of like soul searching. You want to start working out, which is obviously a good thing for yourself.
I can't wait to do that.
You want to get organized. All these things, like you've never, from what I've known you before, you've never had that kind of focus on that kind of stuff. I was a child, and I was immature. Yeah. I'm still immature in some ways, but a lot of people don't see this too. I've grown up a lot. Yeah, I think you're about to grow up even more. I mean, I think this is good for you. I think you're on the right path. I'm never going to say I'm perfect, but I'm trying. And you don't want to ever be perfect. Just be happy. I am trying, guys. Just be happy. Literally, I'm trying. That's it. Yeah. Well, I think you're doing the right thing. Last 3 years, I've been hell. Let's make the next 3 years better. Yeah. You're making me cry. Stop. No, I mean, I'm rooting for you. I'm excited for you. And I think a lot of people are too. Thank you. Because, I really do. Like that girl outside, that was so nice. Like there was an elder lady the other day. She was like, I love you so much. Like you're the biggest part of the show. Not even a biggest part of the show. Like we love you on the show. And I was like, thank you. Like when people come up to me and say that to me, it like makes me feel good. It really does. Because I don't feel the love a lot. I can't imagine what it's like to be on the show, because I feel like... You would never want to be a day in the show. Because you know what it is? It's not like a movie where you're a character. But I love them. I love them. Yeah. I got to say, I love my coworkers, but they don't know how much I love them. Yeah. I mean... And that's also sad. They think I'm malicious and trying to go for them. I'm really not. I really want to get along with them. Maybe what you can do is you can go... You see how this gets to me? Yeah, it's because I work with these people, and I really want I want them to know it's fight or flight. I don't mean to be malicious, and I'm really not all the time, but like I don't think they know that I love them, and it's in a defense mechanism that I have up because I'm not taught the right way. I'd never had guidance in my life. I think you on the show you trigger easy. Someone could say just the wrong thing because I'm scared. You know what you can do? I love Paulie. I love Vinny. How about concentrating on when you're with them is to just like, you know what? I'm just going to be a friend to them. And don't worry about if it works or if it doesn't work or anything else. Just be a friend. And then when you see opportunities to look out for them and not try to win a point, just like, I'm just going to look out for them. And that's it. I think that's literally... I got to
stop trying to be accepted. If you don't like me, you don't like me.
Right. So let's talk about one little thing I'm using as an example, which maybe you agree with or you won't. That whole thing when you went to Lauren's shop, you know, and then you said, everyone's not here. Now, that situation happens much differently than I'm sure what I see on TV, right? But if it does go down with anything like that, that would have been a good moment. There was a moment there where it's like you could have just went and been quietly supported and went home, and that would have been the big win. And that would have...
I just saw that they were upset.
I know, but I know, and then I think that to my perspective on that is probably
I wanted to comfort them.
Right, and then you saw like almost like, you know what, I can make a stand here.
Yeah.
And if you were just looking at it surface level, that may seem like it was right, but if you stood back from it and you kind of said, you know what, that's really, I'm only causing chaos with everybody.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to go that way.
So that's why I think about this. So you want to do the right thing. What's the right thing? Just quietly support your friends. Like, you know, observe, get their back, be a rock for them, and don't worry about it. It's not about them doing it for you too. Do it like...
I got to have less expectations.
If this person doesn't want to do it back to you,
I don't know how to do
that's great.
Yet.
Be a rock.
I need to start.
Just do it. Just be the person. And then you know what? People will look at you and say, no, Angela is that person because she does that. So that's it. Just worry about you and nothing else. And how great how great energy to put out to just be someone that's like, no, eventually they'll come back. They're like, oh, Angelina's got her back. And like you're saying, their brother to a sister, like, that's it. Just be it.
I got to say, Jenny and Nicole definitely have my back this season. That's going to air soon. And
I think they want to have your back.
I want them to want that.
I think they want to, and I think they don't know how. And I think you've been playing.
Me and Jenny are more alike than we realize.
Yeah.
And we actually could get along. I think me and Jenny, out of everybody, and Nicole, Dina too. Sammy, I think she thinks I hate her. I actually really love her. That's why I brought her back. Because I remember years ago when we were us three, it was always me, Ron, and her, because I had nobody else. Me and Mike were always fighting. So it was us three. It was a tripod. And that's why I brought her back, because those memories were so great. And I think she thinks I hate her. She's like, why do you hate me, bitch? I'm like, I don't hate you. I really don't hate you. I'm happy for you. I just said some shit because I was upset.
It's those
I
moments.
Was hurt.
It's those moments from the TikTok
fucking
thing.
Hurt.
Like the TikTok thing. When you guys, like literally, if you're, again, the outside watching it and not being there.
Yeah.
From the outside looking in, it looks like that you just wanted her to say, okay, yes, Angelina, I did the podcast because I was trying to give you like a little jab, but it wasn't that big of a deal as how she felt. Meanwhile, it was everything to you, but you wanted her to apologize, to acknowledge it.
It was everything to me.
But you both wanted something in particular, and you both are unwilling to give it, and therefore exploded to a huge thing. And it's all because two people wouldn't, and they refused to communicate. So
what do I have to always be the bigger person?
Yeah. Well, why don't you start with being a friend? I just say, I'm going to be a friend. And if something comes up, it's in conflict with that, and say, no, I'm just going to be a friend. And I think it'll be hard in the beginning because you'll want to take credit. Maybe something goes well.
I don't give about credit. I
I'm saying in the instant. I don't think you do. But maybe in the moment you want to say, but hey, I did that for you, right? Because that just comes out of your mouth sometimes. Not you, everybody, right?
Yeah.
We want to be acknowledged. But don't take that.
I get that. I get what you're saying now.
Don't take those points, easy points. Just say like, no. I'm going to be here for the long run. And if someone else got the credit, no problem. I'm going to do it again every day. I'm just going to be a good person, be a good friend, and be a rock for these people. And then that's it. And then you can decide if you want them in your life or not, but at least you can like let them see who you are just by being there.
I just don't think they understand like we're in a phenomenon of a show, and we're the only ones that can understand what each other has been through.
And maybe
that's why I want to be their friend so bad, because it's like, who else can I would love to talk to them about this. Like, wow, like. And
I think you're still, if they're watching this episode, I think that you are still dealing with the outcome of leaving the show after the first season. Yeah, and you're still
I'm over it.
I think you're not over it.
No, you're right. I'm not over it.
Yeah, I think you're not over it. I think
that's what I meant.
And that's it.
See how I try to change it? Like, see, you caught me. Like, I'm not over it. You're right.
You're stuck there. And I think you've been stuck there since it happened.
It's been every season. It's like...
Yes, and I think...
Enough.
And I think that...
She's going to come in hot. Like, no, I'm not. I actually, when I came in Nashville, I was like, they were like, how are you doing? I'm like, I'm okay. And they're like, she's flowing. Come on.
So I think that...
I love you guys.
So tying everything we're talking about, you're stuck there at that moment. And they're just like, Angelina, like, this is years ago. Like, yeah, you're one of us. You're accepted. Just be on the show and just be done. And they think it's absurd, and they're right. And you think it's absurd, and you're right because you haven't got past that moment.
They change it. They don't act like that.
It's just two different people, two different sides.
I'm not even in that group chat, and I was like, I mean, even though I say I don't want to be in it, I do want to be in it.
Right. So at the end of the day, what's the answer? You can't live on their expectations. And if you try to play catch up 15 years ago and keep going on every year and year, you're never going to get there. Even if they start...
I said that.
Even if they accept you in some ways, you're never really going to feel that because it's about... You have to feel that. And you can't live on someone else's idea of you. You have to feel that I'm okay with that.
Do you think they accept me?
I think they don't quite understand what you're doing. I feel like they don't trust you because they don't know what you're going to do today. They feel like you're kind of a ticking time bomb. You might walk in today.
Wild card.
You're absolutely a wild card. And I think that when there's times they feel like, you know what, she's turning around. I feel like I could trust her or whatever. All of a sudden something happens that comes up because you get these easy triggers. And then it just kind of goes out of whack and you get lost. And it's a shame because like something great, I think is constantly ruined by something that is you can't get past.
So stupid.
Yeah, and if you could, and this is hard. I'm saying this like it's easy, but like this is really hard, right? This is not easy at all. It's hard to let those things go.
They're more of like a family to me than my own family.
I see that too, yeah.
Like my mother, okay, we're very close now, thank God. But I look at them, and I don't think they realize this, that I look at them like my family.
Right, and you just want to be like cool with the family.
And I want to be a family with them.
Yeah.
Like Mike saying I was the devil, like, why would you, like, please don't do that. Like, I love the shit out of you, Mike. His wife, follow me on Instagram. Lauren, I was there for you. I went to your grand store opening, not just trying to throw it in your face, but I really wanted to support the out of you. When you left, I stayed with your girl, and I bought everything in the store.
And I don't think that they disputed that.
And she actually defended me.
Yeah.
But I love that about you. I don't know what I did. Why? Because I got into a fight with your husband. Sometimes your husband's not so easy to deal with. Well, and I'm not easy either.
Well, that started good. That was good what you did because you went to support them. Great. The mess up was when you sank half of the girls for not being there. But you also, like, to win a point here, you wanted to lose 3 points over here. Like, that's kind of what it was.
I didn't really mean to, like throw them under the bus. I swear, Tony.
And I agree. And I think, personally, just from my knowing you, tell me if I'm wrong, I think that because in the moment, you wanted to, like, rise up and be the hero for him, not thinking about the damage you did.
I just saw he was upset.
Yes.
And she was upset.
And that's because you were wearing your heart on your sleeve.
They weren't articulating it.
Yes. Yeah. That was absolutely a communication error. And you just thought you went hard here, but the more you went hard, you're kind of stuck, and you ruined something over here.
I never wanted them to look like the bad guys, ever. Like, it was so bad. That whole charcuterie board thing.
Right.
That was the worst fucking day. Like, if I could take that back, but you know what? I don't blame them. I understand their point of view. But then I don't, but then I do. I understand somewhat, like you just said. But Mike eventually admitted that he was hurt.
He was hurt.
But it took him hours.
I think he was hurt.
Just be a man and just say it. You're a man. You're a man, Mike. You went to, like, you did so much in your life. You're 9 years sober. Like, be proud of yourself. Like, I'm so proud of you. I personally think, again, who the hell am I? But I'm saying, just because we're talking on a show, I think Mike was saying, okay, I wish they were here, but he's being a realist. Like, okay, but they're not going to make it. Maybe they have something going on, or this isn't working out. A lot of them, they're parents, and they have kids, and they have lots of things going on. Yeah.
I think he's trying to be reasonable. And that is life, right? Because sometimes you have things going on I can't understand. So I try to, like, well, I don't know Angelina's life. It's probably crazy right now. And you try to...
So I share my location with you so you can know where I
Yeah, I think that you took something that he would have let go and said like, okay, it's bothering me. Maybe I would talk about it, but this, I value the friendship more than really making a hassle about this.
It took him like a lot of hours. He cried. He did cry.
Yeah,
and he was hurt, and it did come out that he was like, Angelina was not being malicious.
He was upset about it. Yeah, yeah,
and that's why I just thought like because they left early, it was almost like I felt like they were so hurt, and I was just not even trying to defend them, but like just be there for them. And I just think that I shouldn't have did it that way.
In hindsight, you went in and blew a whole thing up.
I was wrong.
If he went to them after,
he never did.
I know, but if I'm saying if he did and say like, if you guys ever can make it, I would love that.
Yeah.
If everyone could just be transparent, and that's life, no one can, right? But if he could have been transparent with that would have been great. But that's really his issue to do that. But the fact that you got in,
scared to do that.
Yeah, but the fact that you went in there with a group, everyone is their own person, that kind of...
It's scary.
Right.
But again, I love you guys. I don't think you guys understand my whole thing. I think you guys think I'm a very malicious girl, which I can understand why you think that, but then I don't. It's weird. It's like a yes and no, but like, I'm really not doing things to hurt you guys. I'm not trying to hurt your careers. I'm not trying to hurt your businesses. I'm hurt. It's more about, I'm hurt about a lot of things. I'm not blaming you guys. More about just blaming everything. Not even blaming myself. Right? Right? Does that make sense?
I take accountability.
I'm taking accountability for all of it. So anything that's been on any of the podcasts prior, it was just me being hurt. And that's all I have to say about that.
And I would add that I think going forward,
no more.
For them, they're going to say, well, actions speak louder than words.
No more.
So just go there and be a friend. And if they don't want to return that right away because they're not ready, that's okay. And you have to accept that that's okay.
At least Nicole's talking to me. That's my drinking partner over there. I'll get her jack-o'-lantern all day. I just wish that
you should send it to her.
I am.
Send it to her.
When I sent Jenny a video of or a picture of that, I don't know if she's mad at me too. I just don't know who's mad at me every other day. It's like, I'm really not Lucifer, I swear. Like, when me and Jenny hugged after the whole father thing, that was a big deal. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That was big. Sammy was the first one to get up and hug me.
Yes. And it was nice.
I saw that.
It was nice because...
And that's what I love about her. And that's the Sammy I want forever.
And that's in there with everybody. They all love you. It's in there. But like...
She's the first one that got it. She was hugging. I was like...
And that was them choosing like my friend over the other situations. Because at the end of the day, you're suffering. Like, why can't I be there for her? And that was wonderful.
I don't think, because I never... You know what it is? I think vulnerability in me, I don't know how to show it.
But if you do... People don't, that's not weakness. People like it.
I'm scared.
I notice that you do have a problem with vulnerability inside because every time if we're in the booth, when you mess up, and people feel a lot of pressure in the booth. You feel pressure, right? And when you mess up, you curse immediately after.
I'm like, I'm an asshole.
Right, and you're almost like...
And I put myself down.
Right, and exactly.
Like I said, I don't deserve love.
Exactly. And you're taking it like almost like I'm going to come at you and yell at you for getting it wrong. But no, there's no one doing that.
I never thought that about you. I'm just upset with myself that I can't do better.
No, I know. And I know that. It's just you reacting. It's and I imagine growing up, is that something that happened? Like you have somebody that was like criticizing you every time you messed up?
Always.
So leave that in the past and don't bring it with you.
It's hard because you wear a backpack and it's been filled with net.
Oh my God. And me too. I have things that I can't change and I try so hard and I can't.
It's hard to break the cycle and I'm trying, but nobody could expect me to just do this overnight. Like I swear to God, like.
No, it's easy to say too. It's easy to say and hard to do. So
again, I just want to end this with, I love you guys. I'm sorry about any of the podcasts that have come out that have hurt any of you. I never meant to hurt any of you guys. I really just think that you think one way of me, and I don't even think proving it is a thing, the word. I just want to, it's like actions speak louder than words. So if I just do it, maybe you guys will start trusting me. It's been years. We have such a history. We have we're in this boat that like no one else can say they're in. And that's huge. So, if this ever ends, which I hope it never does, I hope we're like old people, like canes, like hitting each other over the head with it. I'm just kidding. With our diapers on and, you know, walking around with a walker.
Jersey Shore Retirement Village.
Yeah, retirement. I wish that really does happen. I could see me and Nicole like dying laughing with each other. But like, if it does end, I would love to be friends with you guys. Even though I say a lot of stuff, like I say a lot of like hurtful things, I want you guys to just take it with a grain of salt. It's just me being hurt.
I'm excited for you. I'm excited.
And that's my accountability. I'm sorry.
I'm excited to see you with them again and see you do it, because you definitely can do it. So
I'm going to try.
Yeah.
All I can do is try. So we're doing the song. We're doing the makeup. So I'm really excited about that. You made me cry, but I love you for that. I mean, I didn't cry like bawling. I know how to stop myself, but I cried a little bit.
It's good. And I think you're being honest with yourself too.
Well, I am.
Which is wonderful.
I mean,
it's great.
I think they think I'm trying to sabotage them. I love you guys. Like really, like we're older now. We're in our 40s. Let's let it go. That's it. Let's put it in the past. Yeah. You know, I've said worse things and you've said worse things. Let's just let it go. I don't have any more, what do you call that? Like energy for anything anymore, for the fight. And I think people love, it's true. They do love when we get along. And I think we should keep it that way. So thank you so much for watching Hello Podcast and listening. I love you guys. Tony Hanson, thank you so much for being here.
Happy to be here.
He's going to be part of this a lot. And I'm just so happy for him, like, that I'm with him, and he's going to be with me every step of the way. Mm-hmm. He's not a fly-by-night friend. I've known him for years. A lot of people are like, how long you know him for? Years.
Yeah.
I know him since I was a kid. So thank you guys so much, and I love you guys, and I'm sorry that I was crying a little bit. I'm not even sorry. I'm just showing you guys my real truth, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. So thank you so much. Hey guys, thank you so much for listening to Hello with me, Angelinas. As always, be sure to subscribe and leave us a 5-star review, and head over to patreon.com/AngelinaMTV for extended uncensored episodes where you can win fun goodies like signed headshots, note cards from our recordings. Follow us on Instagram at Hello Podcast for extra tea, and there's a lot of tea on there. Just letting you know, you guys are going to want to hear it. So follow me there. See you next time.